Over the past 100 days, President Donald Trump has been working on one of his signature campaign promises: mass deportations. He's invoked a centuries-old law, the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. It lets the president deport people without first having a hearing in front of an immigration judge. But to use that law, Trump has relied on a false narrative he's been repeating for years, that immigrants are invading the US.
This is a time of war because Biden allowed millions of people, many of them criminals, many of them at the highest level. That's an invasion. They invaded our country.
We will not be occupied. We will not be conquered. That's what they're doing. This is an invasion into our country of a foreign military. This is an invasion. This is like a military invasion. Drugs, criminals, gang members, and terrorists are pouring into our country at record levels. We've never seen anything like it. They're taking over our cities.
The president can invoke the Alien Enemies Act only to deport people who are from a hostile nation or government, when the US is either at war with that country or the country has perpetrated, attempted, or threatened an invasion against the US. The law has been used only 3 times in US history, each during wartime. But legal scholars say immigration does not constitute an invasion. An invasion refers to an armed attack by militaries or paramilitaries. Trump invoked the law in March against members of Tren de Aragua, a Venezuelan prison gang. Since then, Trump's administration has deported hundreds of Venezuelans to a maximum security prison in El Salvador. The Trump administration says the Venezuelans are members of Tren de Aragua, but the government didn't present evidence of their gang membership before a judge, and the migrants weren't given the opportunity to defend themselves. The New York Times reported most of the people who were deported don't have criminal records in the US or documented links to Tren de Aragua. The administration's use of the Alien Enemies Act is being challenged in court in several ongoing cases. Several Trump administration officials also have said courts cannot and should not rule on Trump's immigration actions because they deal with national security and foreign policy issues. Experts disagree. You can read more about what legal experts had to say about that reasoning in our full story at PolitiFact.com.